What up, bitch? Epic mealtime. Where you at? Where are you at? Having sex with women? Yeah, you're probably having sex with women and getting jobs. And what are we doing? We're lining up at midnight for a video game, like a bunch of fucking bitches. CoinOpTV. What you know about waiting up late at night to play video games throughout the whole night so we can get jobs online in the video game from blue alien bitches. I'll let you boy one time.
What are the nuances that go into writing either a male or a female protagonist?
That's a good question. You know, one of the tricks, of course, shepherds can be male or female. So one of the things I kind of have to do right at the start when I begin writing, sort of define what are the parameters that character can fall within. And I actually try to write down the middle of that character, sort of, what every shepherd, male, female, whether they're a war hero, whether whatever their background is. And then I go back, and that's when I actually try to find the nuance. Once I've written sort of a scene sort of down the middle, I'll go back and say, hey, this would be a spot where I might want to write something a little bit different for FemShep, or something a little bit different if shepherds had this option in the back, a romance option maybe, or something like that. So really it's about creating that sort of backbone first, and then finding the nuances through there. As far as, what are the specific differences, it's really just finding those moments where, you could just see, a great example, Mass Effect 3, you've got the character of James Vega, voiced by Freddie Prinze Jr., and he likes to flirt with the female shepherd. So of course she has a little bit more of a back and forth with James Vega than the male shepherd does. And, it's just finding those little moments to do that.
I think one of the cool things is that, this team constantly looks for ways to innovate. And, with Mass Effect 3, we've added multiplayer. You can play with your friends, be inside Mass Effect, with friends that are across the country or around the world. And I think a lot of Mass Effect fans are really enjoying that idea. And, we've got some cool things coming out on, the mobile devices, like the Datapad app, which you've actually got the Mass Effect codex in there, and it'll do other things that connect with your Mass Effect experience that are really never been done before.
A lot of gamers got into sort of the romance aspect of the game over time. Was there any documents of divorces or sort of people getting in trouble?
I haven't heard of anything about that, but one of the things we were joking about is even in with Mass Effect 3, we've got this app that you'll be able to download pretty soon. I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but one of the things it'll do is it'll tie to your real game. And let's say you go on a date with Liara. You might get a little tweet from her the next day saying, "Hey, I really enjoyed our time together." We're predicting that there might be a few conflicts the next day after that. It's like, who the hell is tweeting you? What date were you on? Stuff like that. But so far we haven't heard anything concrete.
To us, we look at trying to balance the game between things like an interactive story and all the things that happen there as kind of following the story path, but also having really good character progression and things to do in the economy and stores and stuff like that. And exploration, we like to give people the opportunity to go wherever they want. And we kind of let people kind of find their own balance in that, and we're not forcing people to do one of these things too much. And then, by having lots of these different activities for players to do, then, to us, that's the perfect balance.
It allows you to find your own balance. I mean, there is a whole pacing aspect that we do when we go through a level, and we actually have a whole section of the development process where we go through what we call a pacing and spacing sort of assessment of a level to make sure that it's not too combat heavy in sections or too story centric in sections. But aside from that, we also leave a lot of freedom in the player's hands to control. Well, no, I'm going to just keep pursuing these combats, keep heading down the critical path of the game. Or, no, I actually want to go maybe do a whole bunch of optional sort of role-playing plots right now. And it's left up to the player, and I think that's the beauty. People can find their own pace, and that's why I think it does appeal to so many different people with so many different play styles, because some people, just want the action experience. It's there if they want it. And other people want, no, I just want to get in and talk to the characters, and that's there too.